Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at what is honestly one of the absolute most fascinating placements in all of astrology. We're talking about Jupiter in the ninth house. This is widely considered to be a massive indicator of natural wisdom, profound ethical clarity, and a really deep, lifelong dedication to learning. So, if you've ever wondered what drives certain people on this relentless, unstoppable quest for truth and meaning, well, you are definitely in the right place.
Okay, let's dive into this. To really grasp this placement, we have to understand that Jupiter here expands not just knowledge, but perspective itself. We are talking about something way, way bigger than just memorizing facts or cramming data from a textbook. We're talking about fundamentally blowing up and expanding how you actually see the world. It's a constant, ongoing evolution that literally shifts the lens through which you experience reality. So, we all know the ninth house, right? It's the sandbox for philosophy, spirituality, long-distance travel, and our ultimate dharma, that whole big process of meaning-making. But when expansive Jupiter rolls into this space, oh man, it sets the stage for a completely unique set of traits. This combination absolutely supercharges that natural search for purpose and puts a person on a very specific, totally unique lifelong path.
Section 1. Expanding your inner wisdom, the foundations of philosophy and morality. Let's get into it.
Right from a very early age, there's this inescapable inherent drive. It's a totally natural inclination toward philosophy, spirituality, or higher education. And listen, this isn't just some casual weekend hobby. This inner drive actively shapes major life decisions and dictates their entire long-term direction. It's the kind of intense drive that might have someone changing their college major like 3 times just to find the absolute truth. It fundamentally dictates what they study, who they hang out with, and exactly how they spend their precious time.
And alongside that philosophical drive comes a set of incredibly strong, almost unbreakable moral or ethical principles. What's so amazing about this is how these principles act as a true internal compass. You know those emotionally complex, messy situations that cause most people to kind of compromise their values? Well, this compass grounds them right through those storms. Their choices are consistently guided by this higher ethical standard, making them a true solid pillar of integrity.
Moving right along to Section 2, Growth through Worldly Experience, taking inner wisdom out into the world. A person with this placement doesn't just want to read about the world, they literally have to go out and touch it. And this brilliantly illustrates the path of external growth. They will so often experience their absolute most profound personal evolution through physical travel, building foreign connections, or deeply immersing themselves in completely different cultures and belief systems. It's through stepping outside of their familiar borders, geographically and mentally, that their true wisdom is forged. The world itself literally becomes their ultimate classroom.
Because of this expansive, deeply philosophical energy, it naturally translates into external success in some very specific domains. We frequently see massive, game-changing success in fields like education, law, publishing, spirituality, or international work. These are all careers that require a super broad perspective, a rock-solid understanding of ethics, and the unique ability to communicate profound truths across all kinds of boundaries.
Section 3. Leading and Finding Guides, the Human Connection and Knowledge Exchange.
Think about those magical moments in your own life where you felt totally, utterly lost, and then suddenly, bam, a crucial guide appeared exactly when you needed them most. For individuals with Jupiter in the ninth house, this is a major reoccurring theme. They are incredibly likely to attract the exact right mentors, teachers, or guiding figures precisely at key turning points in their life. They always seem to get that vital direction just as a brand new chapter is about to unfold.
But here's the thing, they don't stay the student forever. Eventually, there are these significant periods in life where their deep, unshakable confidence in their personal beliefs naturally leads them right into leadership roles, teaching, or mentoring others. The student absolutely becomes the master. And they step into these roles not out of some ego-driven desire for power, but driven by the sheer force of their well-earned convictions and a genuinely beautiful desire to elevate everyone around them.
Section 4. Navigating the Overconfidence Trap, the Crucible of Ego and Tested Faith.
Now, there is a very, very fine line here. A healthy confidence in your beliefs leads to amazing positive leadership. But if you let that tip into overconfidence, you fall right into the arrogant trap of thinking you know it all, which inevitably leads to some pretty serious misjudgments. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it perfectly contrasts that fine line between healthy conviction and the trap of knowing way too much. This pitfall teaches the harsh but absolutely vital importance of hitting pause, listening to others, and remaining adaptable.
Because of these occasional misjudgments, the individual's faith, whether we're talking spiritual, philosophical, or deeply personal, well, it simply won't remain unchallenged. It is going to be repeatedly tested. But you know what? These challenges absolutely shouldn't be seen as failures. Not at all. They are necessary tests that ultimately refine and strengthen their beliefs through hard-won experience. It's like a crucible that literally burns away the ego to forge a much more resilient, rock-solid personal philosophy.
And that brings us to Section 5, Achieving the Ultimate Balance, Humility and the Larger Flow.
At this mature stage of the journey, humility becomes the ultimate lesson. There is this profound, incredibly liberating realization that comes with this placement. Surrendering control actually brings unexpected wisdom and demonstrably better outcomes. It's the quiet understanding that sometimes, despite how much we might hate to admit it, the absolute best things happen when we simply stop trying to force our own will onto the world and instead just allow the universe to do its work.
Let's move to and see how this builds into the ultimate lifelong strategy. Step 1. You lead with the wisdom you've gathered over the years. Step 2. You yield to timing and practice patience when things just aren't moving. Step 3. You deeply trust the larger flow of life, recognizing that a much higher understanding is at play. Life essentially becomes this continuous, beautiful balancing act between stepping up with total conviction and stepping back with total trust.
So, I want to leave you with a question to really chew on. And this isn't just for folks with this specific placement, but for all of us navigating our own spiritual paths. Look at the balance in your own life right now. Ask yourself, when is it time for me to lead with conviction, and when is it time for me to simply surrender to the flow? Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this explainer today. Keep seeking that expanded wisdom, and I'll catch you next time.